me talk to you.
Welcome back, guys, to Dad and Son Wrestling Reviews. I'm Son and that's Dad.
Heyo.
And today we're going to be reviewing Raw.
A
bit late, though.
Yeah. But we'll start, as we always do, with a little bit of wisdom from the Bible. Here we go. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. God is a source of hope, and he offers a life that is more fulfilling than anything or anyone in the world could offer. When you understand his love, the way he has rescued you, and the great future he has promised for you, you can't help but rise up in hope. Let this hope give you renewed energy, so you are ready to pass on positivity to those around you. Good way to start the morning today. Good way to start the video. As always, put Jesus first in your life, as we do, and he will He'll give you everything that you need. Not necessarily what your flesh desires, but everything you need. All the challenges, ups and downs, glory, everything is for him. Shout out to Tourist BJJ, as always. Thank you for giving us a place to continue our jiu-jitsu journey. And also shout out to Rockingham Sharks for setting up a nice little club there for you to experience your rugby league journey. And now we'll move on to Raw, hey? How did the show start, buddy?
Started with Cody and Sammy backstage. Which had Cody getting attacked.
It did. Gunther comes in, beats him up, puts him through a table. He wasn't happy with how things went. Sami Zayn was there just kind of looking on.
Like, what's just happened?
Yeah. Doesn't step in to save Cody Rhodes or anything like that. So that sort of character switch change continues. Cody Rhodes gets put through the table, and then you see,
Raquel just come up.
Yeah, Alex Pierce and all that go over there to check on him, make sure he's all good. And that's the beginning of the show. Where did we go from there?
Then it went into Rollins coming up.
Yep. Seth Rollins comes out to cut a promo. He's essentially saying that Roman Reigns is his story. He's beating him. He's the only person that's ever had the wall over Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns can't beat him. He created him. Same promo he essentially did in order to get the match. But then whose music plays, mate?
LA Knight.
Yep, LA Knight's out, and he essentially drops a hell of a promo, doesn't he? He's a very impassionate promo, essentially saying, brother this, brother that, little brother this, little brother that, just essentially having a go at Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, just saying that everyone's bored of this, no one could care less. But the only reason that, they're saying that the reason the place is the way it is because of them two, but it's not. That, LA Knight should be getting a rub because when the ratings were going through the roof and all that sort of stuff, who was the guy getting all the yeah chants and all that? And I agree. I think LA Knight has been left behind. I think he has been over for so long and yet gotten little. He got a US title run that was rubbish.
And then he got another one which was rubbish again.
Yeah, so he really hasn't been given much. And there is a real groundswell underneath him, and he should be in the title picture. And whoever comes out of SummerSlam, I think LA Knight's the one to go after them. And I think maybe LA Knight finally gets his moment in the sun. But we'll have to see if they ever truly pull the trigger on LA Knight or not. But he was great. He, as far as I'm concerned, he smashed it out of the park with this promo. I want to see him with that belt around his waist now. So yeah, great start to the show, eh? Where do we go from there, mate?
Then it led into Ruka versus Raquel Rodriguez.
Yep. How would you rate that match, mate?
5.
5? Yeah. Not much to speak about this one. Both looked good. Shenanigans ensued, which actually worked against Ruka in the end.
Against?
Yeah, well, because, Raquel lost in the end, mate, because the shenanigans didn't really help her out. Sky came out to the rescue.
Ruka against Ruka.
Ruka against Raquel Rodriguez, mate.
Oh. What? Oh, I thought you said against Soul Ruka. I was going, what?
Yeah. So the shenanigans worked against Raquel. Sky came out to the rescue, which distracted all of Raquel's mates, which allowed Soul Ruka to get that flashy somersault thing from in the corner.
Soul Snatcher.
And get the 1, 2, 3. So Soul Ruka continues her run as champ. Raquel continues to look a step or two behind everybody else, which I don't think is a good thing. And the Judgment Day continues to bore us all out. So not much else to report there. How do we go? Where do we go from there, mate?
Then it led into a backstage segment that had Nick Aldis going that I got a person for you.
Yeah, so essentially we find out that Cody Rhodes cannot continue. He's not going to be cleared. He has to go for scans. And then...
what if he's actually isn't? Maybe that's fine.
Maybe, who knows? And then it leads to, Alex Pearce essentially telling Sami Zayn that the title match will continue. He'll have someone for him. And Nick Aldis steps into the picture. Essentially, they're both... Alex Pearce and Nick Aldis sort of always have a little bit of a go at each other. They do that bit, a bit of snarkiness between the two companies, two brands, I should say. And then we move on to the next. SmackDown and Raw brands.
Oh, yeah. Shows.
Well, they call it the brand split. Yeah. What's after that, mate?
Then it actually goes into the main event. Wait, there's one more match. It's can't remember how to say her name. Wait, his name. The tag team champions, the Street Profits versus the Vision.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
And how did that match go, mate?
6-7.
6-7. What was the result?
The Vision won with Maxine Dupree finally coming into there.
Yeah, so Maxine
Dupree... Kind of looks like that Austin Theory dumped her.
Yeah, so she comes in, low blows.
Dawkins.
Was it Dawkins or Montez Ford?
Montez Ford did that thing onto...
onto Breaker, yeah.
Yeah.
You get the low blow onto Dawkins, and that allows Austin Theory to roll up and get the win. Shock moment. Ron Breaker does some pretty funny facial expressions during this when they're celebrating and all that.
Yeah.
It's quite ominous before the match, though. Paul Heyman confronts the guys and pretty much says, do something worthy of a wise man. Pretty much puts on a...
Or have a wise man.
Yeah, or don't come back. He's essentially saying you guys need to step up. You keep dropping the ball. So they go out, they step up, they come backstage, and Paul Heyman's there. He pretty much goes, oh, good word, it's a start.
It's the first step, and then he goes, and then Austin Theory goes, thank you, wise man, and then he goes, do you mean you? I mean her. Yeah,
so he congratulates Maxine Dupree, but that results in the win. And the Vision, who I thought at this point were probably going to break up, will continue. I don't know what that looks like.
I thought at least they're gonna let the Street Profits have couple of weeks as a champion.
Yeah, it's very storyline heavy. This, you might end up with them having it back again. They might just be sort of dragging out the Vision's breakup and making a few more things happen, but who knows? But it essentially they then pretty much leave in a car and they head off, and then
it looks. And when they did the celebration, there's Liv Morgan and the Dom Mysterio thing at the start. They go,
yeah. And that's a lot of the mention online is that it's very, Dom, Rhea Ripley style. Just rehashing and just doing the same things again. But hey, if it gets Maxine Dupree some television time, good on her. If it gets Austin Theory a new storyline that keeps him on TV, good on them. They're just doing their jobs, whether they like it or not. That's WWE creative at the moment. We then moved into some more backstage stuff where essentially Nick Aldis tells Alex Pearce, because Alex Pearce has been on the phone several times trying to get someone for his title match. Nick Aldis goes, "Hey, I've got you one. You're welcome." And that ended up being a little bit of a moment.
Why did he have to help me?
Yeah.
And it makes him, and it's like, he looks better than me.
Yeah. We then move into a tag match, Dragon Lee and Chad Gable versus Rusev and Ethan Page.
This actually got in as a backstage segment.
Yeah,
they had like a backstage segment, like, "I'll see you in the ring if you disrespect my friend." Yeah,
so they essentially give a mouthful to the luchadors, Penta and Dragon Lee, about taking out Rey Mysterio. Chad Gable comes into the rescue.
And then there was a gauntlet match that's made official for the next week.
Yeah, so there's going to be a gauntlet match for number one contender for SummerSlam.
I hope Chad Gable wins so he can win.
I think somehow that turns into some sort of three-way match with Rey Mysterio in there as well for SummerSlam. Maybe even a multi-man match, because the Intercontinental Championship, you can do those sort of things, I feel, because it's a second tier.
It's kind of like TNT.
Yeah. You can maybe end up with a ladder match with several of these guys in it. I think would be great. And the luchadors and stuff can fly around. Maybe
like there's shenanigans and all that. Like Javon Evan goes, "Rusev cost me," and then like Dragon Lee says, "Ethan Page cost me." And then you just see Rey Mysterio pop out of everywhere. So then Chad Gable comes and says, "Why don't we just make this a ladder match?"
Yeah.
And then boom.
Yeah, it's a very simple thing to do. You got 2 days at SummerSlam to fill. How do you get a good 30-minute pop spot match? You chuck these guys in that can flippy dippy do off ladders. You don't even need the ladders there. You can do it as you could do it again, and you could do it as elimination. That'd be cool. Like an elimination match. Similar to the Survival of the Fittest one with the TBS title with the ladies.
Yeah. Or maybe we could do like just like a brawl. Like just goes through the stadium and all of that, and then somehow Pence is not there, so that means he can't
defend the pin.
Yeah, or like Chad Gable gets the ankle lock inside the ring, and then Rusev taps out, so you don't have Penta losing. Yeah, because he wasn't there.
Then you do a run to the next sort of lot of pay-per-views where Penta's, I was never pinned, I want my chance. Yeah, it works.
And then like everybody else going to Chad Gable, like, I didn't get pinned, so I should get it.
Personally, I think it'd be great if Chad Gable had it, or even if Penta keeps it, and they're just defending it every week, similar to what they did with the US title, because they're not doing the US title open
maybe
anymore.
They could do the US title, like Intercontinental Open.
Yeah, why not? It's a second tier belt. Why not have it on the TV being defended every week, especially if you're not doing it with the heavyweight title? And then that leads into the main event. Sami Zayn comes out. He's kind of waiting. He gets a decent enough pop in Chicago. The good crowds in Chicago. They are very, very deep into their professional wrestling. Very noisy. Sami Zayn gets a bit of a pop. He's out there and all that. The customary CM Punk chants start, and it turns out CM Punk's in the where the trucks enter into the stadium. The roller door comes up. He walks into the ring. His music plays. Massive pop for him. And then we move into the match. What would you rate the match, mate?
A 2.
A 2? Who won?
CM Punk.
So you have a new WWE champ. CM Punk's your WWE champ. He's going to move on to SummerSlam, probably to take on Cody Rhodes. I was not happy with this result. I thought Sami Zayn deserved a bit longer to work with this character and see how things go.
No, but he wins it at WrestleMania.
I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't touch it again, mate. I think they just did it for a cheap pop in Saudi Arabia.
And I hope they just did CM Punk for a cheap pop in Chicago.
Well, it's a marquee match. Him and Cody Rhodes, they've wanted it for a while. How they've gotten to it is by essentially not squashing, but having Sami Zayn lose it on television instead of a pay-per-view after winning it on a pay-per-view. There's plenty I could roll off with this decision that I don't like. Local crowd loved it, of course. CM Punk is still one of the best, not the best, but one of the top guys in the company. If this was meant to sort of create heat and turn him into a heel, they've done well. If this was meant to be him being a babyface and just getting a babyface versus babyface at SummerSlam, it might not work because there's been a lot of heat sent CM Punk's way about being a hypocrite and all that, because he used to say part-timers used to take spots, etc. and stuff like that.
And then
But we saw his attitude towards Saudi Arabia and all that sort of stuff in the past, and then backtracking on all these things. Won't get into that rabbit hole. Essentially, the match was decent enough. Near falls, good television match. Sami Zayn deserved a longer title reign, but it is what it is. And now we're going to get CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes essentially at SummerSlam. If Sami Zayn can feature into it in some manner, I don't know. Maybe it ends up a triple threat.
Maybe it ends up Sami Zayn Halua kicking CM Punk because it's like, I didn't know you were going to be the person. And then that's how Cody Rhodes wins. And then that's how you have Sami Zayn come heel.
Yeah, plenty of stuff there. But that's our review of Raw. What would you rate the show overall?
Without the main event, I'll say it was pretty decent.
Yeah, Raw's been on a bit of a roll lately. It's been good. Title changes, title matches. There was plenty of title matches on this, so you can't argue with that. Whether those title matches and the decisions within them bear fruit in the future, we'll see. But it wasn't a bad Raw. It was easy enough to watch. Can't argue with it. It'll be interesting to see what they do with SmackDown. It's been the first time in a while I'm like, what are they going to do with SmackDown now that CM Punk's champ? God bless you all. Thank you for everyone that's been watching the show, commenting, liking, subscribing. Numbers are crazy. Can't say thank you enough.
What if Triple H didn't actually want to do it, but Cody Rhodes actually got injured? Maybe Cody Rhodes was actually gonna lose.
Well, who knows? Who knows? I think I don't think he has as much pull as the internet thinks. I think a lot of people are pulling strings behind. I think there's a bit of a power struggle backstage within that company as it expands and moves into this new world of being owned by TKO and not the McMahon's type thing. So
I think TKO just ruined them.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens long term. They're very money hungry and sales hungry. So if you sell shirts, you get titles. So that's the way WWE is. It's been like that for a long time.
AEW is actually more like you earn your championship, you lose your championship.
Yeah, you can say the same thing, but you can say that creative goes up and down. They're going through a purple streak with creative at the moment. Doesn't mean 6 months from now we won't be sitting here and saying AEW is rubbish at the moment.
Yeah.
WWE had a purple streak when they, concluded over that 2 years with Cody chasing the title and the bloodline stuff there. They were hot as all hell. Every stadium was rocking. But you get your ebb and flow. At the moment, it's not a good product. SmackDown especially. Raw's okay to watch, but they're sort of. And
thank you because the dirt sheet said that they changed changed SmackDowns to 2 hours.
Yeah, so it'll be 2 hours until January, then it goes back to 3 hours. So
no.
Yeah, it's just it's always been about ad revenue. They put another hour on, they get a whole bunch of ads. You get maybe 20 minutes worth of actual SmackDown on it. The rest is going to be ads. It is that they are just a corporate money making machine, and that's what a big company does to get its money back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's like one match each SmackDown.
Yeah. So as always, thank you very much, guys. God bless you all. Anything from you, big guy?
Mwah. Bang.